Hello beautiful Pisces, welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane and today I'm going to be doing your Monday reading. Now, I've gotten a few meditative things come through. I've had a very nice couple of days off. I took a couple of days off. I videoed these ahead of time so that I can have a couple of days off, so that's always nice for me, or I would never stop working. And even a reader needs a break. So I've just like rested a lot and just did a lot of nothing, which also I need to do as well. So I was looking at what we were talking about on Sunday. Reminded myself that we sometimes get caught when we bring energies back in. We get caught in the energy of trying to help people, how to parent them, how to, bring them around and stuff. But you have to remember that you are very much a being of spirit as well. So we're new at putting these two things together. And I would like to talk about that today. I'm going to take the mediumship training deck. So yeah, we're always in training. I'll say that much. I'm going to pull from this a message of something they want to let us know. And then I'm just going to do a reading, Pisces. And I feel that it's spiritually to reconnect us to our higher self today. I think that is the message today that they're trying to bring through, because the problem is that when we try to help people in the surroundings, okay, what's around us, friends and loved ones, we sometimes get caught up in that human journey that we came to experience. But we're very compartmentalized, just like that word is hard to say, human beings, and it's hard to remember that we are one. So, all right. So I love these. Okay, this is, yeah, they're wonderful. So they're talking about the divine source here and blending with spirit. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. We like to think sometimes that we're separate from our spirit. And the last 2 days, to tell the truth, I've had a lot of messages that we're really not. That we can even, we can manifest things from spirit to reality, okay? As in, anything that we really can create in our minds has the potential to be real in our life, okay? We only dictate stuff because we start putting things in compartments. We believe that the reality that we're faced with every day is the one that we see. Sometimes we're trying to convince people as well of the reality that they are seeing is not theirs. This is basically us, what we've been trying to do. Help them show that there's a different way. But for a lot of people, they're living in compartments. So you have to remember this. We do it as well. We're doing it trying to convince people to stop living in compartments, but we're doing the compartment thing while we're trying to, it's very confusing, this part, but we're being very much in a compartment when we're trying to convince somebody otherwise. And it's not that we put source aside, but we do. You're talking to them and you're giving them advice, but I'm hearing that for some of them it's sounding like you're telling them that you know more. You understand? Like when you're saying, okay, this is how I'm seeing things with da-da-da, and this was my experience and all that. It's not to say that your experience is not important. It absolutely is. Help me here, Spirit. I'm having a hard time with this one to explain it, because the word that's coming is that it's almost like people are seeing you as condescending, but it's not what you're trying to do. And Spirit also understands this. But the message here was, be careful with how you present your ideas. And remember that while you're doing this, you're letting some of the human ego come back in. Okay? You have to be fluid. You have to ebb and flow with the energies that you're presenting out there. You have to present it to the people who are ready to accept it, and accept the people who are not ready to accept it, okay? And you have to take time out and blend back in with spirit and divine source, okay? So the big message this morning was like, be careful on how you put out the messages. Because you may think you're doing it right, but it's not sounding right to the people who are listening to you, okay? The card that came out was parenting. So I'm going to use this as an example. As a child, when your parent told you you did right or wrong, how did that feel? It felt very oppressive. My parents used to tag team me in speeches, is what I called them. I used to tell them, can you just not hit me and it would be easier. I wouldn't have to sit here and listen to the speech. It felt very much like a dictatorship, okay? They were telling me how I was wrong and how they were right, and they did it from both sides. So I was stuck in the middle getting attacked. So when you're parenting, you're trying to set the stage for people to help them move forward. The thing is that sometimes you feel like it's sounding like I love you and I want the best for you, and to them it sounds like a parent, you've done everything wrong. And it's not necessarily the message that you're giving, but that is what's coming through ultimately. So right now they're saying the best way you can do is to back up, stop trying to, beat it into somebody's head who's just not ready to hear it, and go back to spirit, okay? Blend back to the divine source and blend back into your spiritual realm and let go of that ego of trying to win, okay? Because that's ego. That's the human thing of listen to me. Listen to me. I have important things to say. Everything's important, okay? I hope I've expressed that correctly. I'm sure that some of you will say that I have not, because it seems to be the theme for today. I'm having coffee, but I'm trying with my heart as spirit. Your messages are so, some days are so, But the best way that I can explain it is that parenting thing. They keep showing me the parenting card. Don't be a parent. Be a spiritual being, okay? Be ebb and flow. Less the parent, more the flow. People have to heal from their stuff before they're willing to listen to you. So some of these people, you may be talking till you're blue in the face. And because they're unready, they're not going to be taking it in or listening to it regardless. So this deck has been calling to me since last week, so I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot. I did mention that I was going to use it this week, so I will. Yes, I know there's an Ace of Wands. That's from my one card a day. I like to pull a card a day for myself. I'm surprised I didn't turn it around and put the deck away, but it's about being inspired, and I like that. I always like having an ace. An ace means that something new will be coming to me, giving me new information, and I like that very, very much. All right, Pisces. So let's see here. The Two of Pentacles, right, and the Fool. All right, so it's basically what I said. It's just a confirmation. You have to be adaptable to the spaces that you are trying to help these people reach or get into. You are trying to bring them into a space of personal power. If you're parenting them, you're not giving them personal power. You're telling them you're parenting. And parenting is basically saying you're going the wrong way. And it's spiritual work, spiritual teaching has so many different layers and levels. It's not about saying you're wrong or you're right. And that's the part of it that I love. Whatever's right for you is right for you. Whatever stage people are at, that's the stage they're at. I've seen train wrecks. I have family members who are complete train wrecks. And I look at them now and just wish them the best. I know that I can't step in. I can't stop a train from running them over. or can't stop their train from hitting something, I can just basically put a word in every once in a while. Maybe say, you know, if it were me, maybe I'd slow down a bit. But, you know, this is your life. You know what ultimately to do with it. Okay? You're smart enough. You're on your own journey. So this is the kind of thing you can put in a bit. Doesn't mean they're going to take any of your advice. You can maybe explain to them that by slowing down the train, they may be able to take corners a little better. You know, just for the corners. Slow down just for the corners. It might help you stop from derailing. Okay? So, you know, we give you more power. Give more personal power to move forward. Be more adaptable. Okay? But there's no guarantees. So what you do at that time is, instead of feeling this power of being, I can't help anybody, because our whole life is based on compartments of teaching, learning, okay? Spirit is more of a fluid and more of a flow, and they're showing me clouds. You're not always knowing where you're going. The fog, clouds, they're showing me stuff that is impeding your view. It's not always certain where you're going. It's not always a certainty. There's a reason for that. We chose to experience things. So it's not always about having the right answer. Sometimes it's stepping in that pile of shit because you needed to step in that pile of shit to figure out what you were doing wrong. Okay? You have these people came to step there in that to learn that specific lesson. So even if you tell them to step around it, they're not going to do it. Okay? It's programmed, if you want, as things that they have to go through when they're here. So don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on them. And remember, blend back to spirit. Remember there's a divine source. Remember, you're here to just do you. And I feel these cards are telling you that when you see this type of situation, Pisces, it's time for you to just take left stage. Just get off of that play. Like, don't stay in that play. Go to something else, okay? And go back to source. Go meditate. Go find your own calm. Be grateful for your own way. Gratitude always makes you shift higher, okay? Be grateful of the path that you're on, and feeling that, not that you're better than anybody, but maybe that, you know, you don't feel like you're going to wreck the train, that your path is good, and concentrate on that for a while. Again, it's not about who's right or wrong, okay? So be careful how you're putting that message out, and that's what they keep telling me. Be careful on how you put the message out, right? Okay, so they're saying to the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Wands, by concentrating more on your personal zen, because if you look at this card, this is what you see. You see her like zenning out personally, okay? With the Eight of Wands, you're going to get a lot more progress, okay? Swiftness will be your friend, because you're not butting anybody's head against the wall, and you're not butting your own head against the wall trying to make somebody understand. You're being adaptable. You gave them the tools. They're going under their own personal power. Now it's time for you to reclaim your own personal power, and that's by blending with spirit and connecting back to the divine source. Absolutely. Okay, that has everything to do with it. And it says blending with spirit in the back will enhance your communication, allowing for stronger evidential message. See, this told me read the back of the card. Okay, so blending with spirit is great. And this is the divine source, is an infinite, expansive source of love that you can access at any time using the power of thought, prayer, or breathing meditation. A practicing medium should constantly seek advice and guidance from the divine source, which is always there for healing and support throughout one's life journey. So that's what I was saying for both of these. I'm going to move these cards here. I was using these over the weekend. So, all right. So, blending with spirit, okay, and divine source, very important. The message there is clear. Very, very clear. My nose is itchy again. I haven't had that in a while. All right. Let's see here. What else do we have, Pisces? What else can I give you today? The Ace of Swords. Okay. So when you shift that focus, okay, in what I told you, in less about the ego, less about parenting, less about putting the information out there, communicating it clearly, but being careful how you communicate it, you're going to see a breakthrough. Because you're putting it out there in such a way that it doesn't feel like you're shoving it down somebody's throat. And that's really what they're saying. Okay? Because everybody hates, imagine, nobody likes being told that the way they're going is causing them hindrance. We all think we know the very best for ourselves, don't we? At any point in our lives, we think we're making the very best decisions for ourselves. These people have disconnected from spirit. A lot of people have disconnected from spirit. Spirit's always with them, but they don't tap into that. And this is what you're trying to do. You're trying to help people tap into their own spirit, their own well-being. And for some of this is a very foreign concept, even though they might still be doing it subtly without really realizing it. But by telling them you're doing it wrong, people have an automatic resistance. No, I'm not. I know what's best for me, right? So as soon as you shift the way that you're doing things, the way that you are communicating things, you're going to help them find a better way, okay? And if you think that I'm talking more about people around you more than you this month, they're saying you would be wrong. It is a lot about you as well. It's not just about the people around you. It's about how to communicate with everything that you've learned. Okay? Remember, Pisces, we're also very open. And we get excited about such things. Other people, a little less, okay? The other thing is that they say, don't be so, the illusions will be broken, okay? You have the moon card upside down. It says that because for me the moon is sometimes an illusion, okay? It's a reflection of light that's not its own. So if you put it in there, it says, while you may have the illusion at the beginning of thinking that your message, what you're telling them is really not sinking in, it will. It's just going to take a little longer. In the reverse position, I feel that the light will be shined into their hearts, into their soul. Okay? Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week. It maybe even be 6 months from now. But something that you've told them will resonate with them at one point. And that's when spirit will hit them. They will hear your voice. They will hear that that information or that communication that you gave them at one point, and they'll have a eureka moment, if you like. It will become very clear. The breakthrough will come clear. Okay, so don't feel like you are failing at whatever you're doing. Just remember, people grow at their own paces. Okay. Really wants you to blend with spirit. Again, the Temperance card. It wants you to recapture your balance, okay? I'm going to put these, because I'm talking about them in the right way, so. It's about putting balance back into your life and theirs as well, okay? The Temperance card also offers patience. So in the inverted position, I feel that maybe you're getting impatient with the fact that you're trying to make, changes and it's not coming in. You're getting divine intervention right now, because the Temperance card is also about angel guides and divine intervention. And it's about combining and compromising. So these are really getting connected together, okay? So you may be feeling like it's not, but again, I feel that that's just a momentary thing, okay? It may feel like that to you. This is your perception of it, okay? So the cycles, again, the Wheel of Fortune, and these cards are not upside down, they're coming out upside down. So the Wheel of Fortune, cycles and shift, okay? This is about change and movement and cycle and expansion. So you may be feeling stuck with all of this energy. This is what I feel. I feel like you're feeling stuck, okay? And the cards went on the ground. All right, so, okay, so what I feel from this is that you have the King of Swords. He's the king of being in your mind, okay? So what's happening is he cuts right to the truth of the matter, but it's causing like a disharmony of stuff. Instead of being of the mind, be of the heart, is what I'm getting from these cards, okay? Tap into love, tap less into your knowledge of, like I said, parenting is a lot about knowledge. It's about going in the mind. Tried and tested techniques, right? When you parent, don't stick a penny in a light socket. That was one when we were kids, you know? This is a parenting that you teach your children over time. Okay, don't talk to strangers, etc., etc. Sometimes it's time to break the mold, and instead of using the mind or what's tested and true, come at it from a different perspective. Come at it from the heart. Okay. So I'm going to let you go with this, Pisces, and I'm going to do an extended later on. I hope you guys aren't too frustrated. I feel that some of you will be frustrated. Like I said, it all has to do with communication. So myself, I'm going to have to work on my communication with you this week. Although I do feel they're very much putting... just take a break, go back to spirit, okay? Blend back to the divine source. Blend back to... what you have to say with spirit and how you get your messages across, okay? It may be a little piecemeal and hodgepodge this week, but it's okay, okay? Just go with it. Try your best, okay? I believe in you, Pisces. I really, really do. Take care, Pisces. I will come back with the extended a little later. I'm sending you lots of love, light, and blessings.